Hi everyone, it's Shari here, and I have a card idea using the Simon Says Stamp December 2014 card kit. The kit is called Winter Twinkle, and I created a clean and simple card where I've sandwiched a few sequins in between the vellum and some cardstock. To get things going, I have the ring that's like a stitched ring, and I'll be stamping this on two pieces of paper at the same time. And I'll be using my anti-static bag just to make sure that I get a really nice, clean, embossed image. I'm also using the embossing ink that's included in the kit, and that's a little distress cube from Tim Holtz Distress. So I'm going to go ahead and set my stamp down, and as you can see, I have those two pieces of paper together. But first, I'm going to put on another stamp onto my block so that I don't rock this too much, because it's a really fine detailed image and I want to make sure I get a really clean and crisp image. So once again, I'll line this up and I'm stamping on both pieces of paper. Once I'm ready, I'll go ahead and push that down. That silver paper that I'm using on the right is a little bit glossy, so that stabilizing piece or stamp that I put on that block will help me from slipping. So I'm going to press that around really good. And once I'm happy with that, I'm an overachiever, I tell you. I'll go ahead and lift that up, and next I'll sprinkle this with the liquid platinum embossing powder, and this is also included in the December 2014 card kit. Since this is new embossing powder for me, I'm just going to use a folded piece of paper as a catch. I don't have this in a container yet, so I just have some scrap paper that came off the printer that I don't use anymore. I'll just go ahead and recycle that. So the next thing I want to do is go ahead and sprinkle on my powder, and I'll be sure to tap off the excess. And the anti-static pouch really helps any of the extra embossing powder from sticking where I don't want it. So the next thing I'll do is go ahead and heat set that with my heat tool, and then I'll do the same to the other piece of paper. Okay, the next thing I am doing is I'm just using my scissors and I'm slowly cutting around the circle, leaving a little bit of a border, and I'm creating the window for my card. I have trimmed up a piece of vellum from the kit also, and I'm going to stamp Sparkle and Shine. And the vellum that I already pre-cut is the same size as my two panels together. I'm going to go ahead and ink up my Sparkle and Shine message, and I'm using the embossing ink from the kit. And I like to really ink my stamps up well, so I'm going to go over this about 15 million times before I'm ready to stamp this. Okay, so once I'm ready, I have my piece of paper on top just to give me a guide as to where I want to stamp that. And once I press this down, I can go ahead and slide the other piece of paper out, or I can keep it there, either way. It's kind of chancy, me sliding that out, but this doesn't slip at all, so I'm going to go ahead and press that down really well. And once again, I'll go ahead and sprinkle this with my platinum or my liquid platinum embossing powder from the kit, and then I'll go ahead and heat set that. Right now I'm heat setting this, and I'll go ahead and show you in a second. I have one little area of my S that I want to hit. It comes out so filled in and so smooth and shiny. It's really, really gorgeous embossing powder. So next I'm going to start some assembly, and I have the back of that silver piece, and I'm just going to use my tape runner and make sure I get enough adhesive on here where it'll stick to that vellum really well. Now that I have that panel all together, I'm going to make sure that I get adhesive all over the back of it, and I have a stinker of a sequins that got in the way. But I'm going to make sure that I get a lot of adhesive on here, and if you can see to the left, I have another cut piece of cardstock that I'll be putting over the top. I've made sure that I have a lot of adhesive around that circle, and right now I'll fill in the center with some of my sequins, and these are also from the kit. And once I'm happy with the amount that I have, I can go ahead and lay that backing piece right on top of this panel since I have plenty of adhesive on here. And I'll go ahead and situate these to where I want. Since I'm not using any foam tape, they might not move around as much. But once I'm ready, I'll go ahead and seal up the back with that piece of cardstock. Next, I'm using some matte medium to glue down some sequins and just a little dot here and there, and I'll just be randomly placing these onto my card. I've added an additional message where I've stamped "It's Your Day" with sea glass ink on whitening a cardstock and cut that out. I hope I've given you some card inspiration using the Winter Twinkle Simon Says Stamp December 2014 card kit. Thanks for watching.